Hey guys, welcome to the video by my. So this is a video for Irish. I forgot the rest of her name. Irish. There's like a bunch of numbers in there. My bad, dude. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is a video for him. Yeah. So I'm going to sell him my Revo. Sorry, there's a bubble up here. Hang on a second, you guys. Alright, good enough. Sorry, there's a bubble in the stick right there. Alright, anyway, so this is a selling video for Irish. So I'm selling him my Revo with the toolbox and maybe the DX3S. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I'm actually not 100% absolutely sure yet that I'm actually gonna sell this. I have to wait till one of my buddies gets back to me on if he's gonna sell me his other Revo. For like 500 bucks. So yeah, so why don't we go over the remote first. The remote is brand new. I got it, if today's Monday night, it's about 10:50. So today's Monday. I got it Friday. I just got it like 3 days ago, so you know that it's brand spanking new. Ran it in this truck 3 times. Very super clean. As you can see there, absolutely no wear and tear on it at all, except for like right here in this little area. You know, from setting it down, you know. The screen has absolutely no scratch on it. You can actually see the reflection there on there, and yeah. But otherwise, everything is in perfectly mint condition. As you see here, the stock batteries are in it yet, which have still a lot of voltage left on them. That's one of the cool things about the DX3S too, is it tells you the battery voltage. Here you have your AUX control, which you won't need for this. This is like for reverse or something. Here you have your throttle trim settings, your steering trim settings, and then your steering rate. So there's that. Here's the front of it. Very little use on this. As you can see, maybe right here there's just a little discolor of the blackness, but otherwise overall there's absolutely no scratches on this at all. There might be maybe 1 or 2 tiny itty bitty ones on the screen, but nothing noticeable. Like maybe like right there you can see on the right side, right below the S, there's that little scratch there, but it's got to be reflected off light. So as you see here, the antenna works perfectly as it always should. You see there it goes to that mode, and then that mode, and then it turns just about in a 360 motion, but it stops about right there, so it won't go all the way. Here, I'll turn it this way for you guys. So if you start it right in the center there, it turns all the way this way, and then you turn it all the way back and it turns all the way this way. So yeah, it does work as you see here. Spectrum, wonder what was that? Okay, there we go. Spectrum, you can see that everything works. There's all the settings and stuff. You have all your stuff on here. System, telemetry settings, AUX settings, TH punch, bind, timer, sub trim, reverse, exponential travel, model reset, model name, and select, and then the main menu. So yeah, very great radio. Like I said, very little tiny use on it. So here's the Revo now. Here's the body for the Revo. No scratches on this at all. Maybe a few, you know, just tiny itty bitty rollovers. But the only major thing is this piece right here. Just that little piece there and that little piece there. It rubs on the handle, the carrying handle. So I mean, there's not much I can do about that. But otherwise, it's very clean body. You can see there, it's super clean. You got the red paint scheme going on both sides, half of it, and then the rest of it's white. It's a Crowd Pleaser 2.0 body. Up here we have some Toad's Toys stickers, Traxxas.com, Proline, DX3S, Toad's Toys, DX3S, DX3S, and Traxxas back there. See, that's the body there. And here's the car itself. Very, 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 very clean car. Like I said, it's not like brand new. I mean, it is pretty new looking, but it's not perfect. I actually went out and drove it the other day just to test everything, make sure everything worked and stuff. Got a little bit dirty just on the rear A-arms. If you want me to clean that up for you, I can. Not absolutely a big deal though. But here's the 3.3 engine. Only had about 2.5 quarts on it, so it's fairly new. And I mean, look at this. You can't pull the pull cord without lifting the truck off the back end. So, here's the wing. Wing's very super clean, white wing. Drilled the holes myself. This is brand new, never scratched on, never rolled on or anything. High flow air filter, 2-stage. Here you have the I'm just gonna show you here. Here you have the outer stage, and then here's the inner stage with the inner air filter. So there, high dual stage air filter. You have the progressive 2 rockers all the way around. Brand new sway bar kit, only has like 1 run on it. Front and rear sway bars. Has the center differential and rear brake kit. Again, same thing as the sway bars, only has maybe 1 or 2 runs on it. Here up front we have RPM axle carriers on both sides. Shocks have just been newly cleaned and rebuilt with 40 weight oil in all 4. In the front there are gold springs, and in the rear there are, I believe, silver. Yes, they're silver. Traxxas resonator pipe on in there. Pretty good pipe. I like it. It's really loud though. Gas tank, you can see here, is fairly clean, and this just shows you that the whole truck is clean, because usually the gas tank is one of the dirtiest pieces on the truck, but not on this truck. Or I mean, it's never mind. All right, and here I'll just open up the radio box for you here. Okay, I'll just pop this open. Here you have the SR3300T for the telemetry. You can kind of see it there, if it's not going to be gay, and okay, whatever. On and off switch. Here you have the temp sensor running over to the engine, and there it is on this side, right there, the temp sensor. So that's basically just inside the receiver. There is a 5-cell 7.4 volt 1400 mAh receiver pack down there, rechargeable flat pack. You will have to supply your own charger for that. I only have 1 charger left, and I need that one for all my other stuff. Stock A-arms all the way around. Both servos in this are the low-C metal geared servo, high torque. Reason why I do not have the top on this is because 1, I wanted to show you the servo, and 2, it doesn't actually fit. I had to custom build my own horn on there. It works great. It works like if it was a stock one, but this screw right here sits too high. Screw it there for the motor pull. That sits too high, so it won't fit on there. But if you want to go out and buy the stock one, like I said, I will include this, the cover for it, and the clip. So like I said, both servos on here are low-C high torque metal geared servos. All the drive boots on here are brand new except for that one back here. That one was fine, so I just didn't replace it, but I do have a 4th one in there. So the temperature sensor is on there. The RPM sensor is on there, bolted underneath all the steering components. You can kind of see it down there. It is kind of messed up. You might want to replace it because I'm not 100% if it works or not. But yeah. Here we'll go to the underside quick. Underside there. Like I said, it's got a little dirt on it. No big deal. That's just what happens when you're testing running it and stuff. All the drive shafts are good, and yeah. So I wasn't 100% sure about the tires. That's why I didn't put tires on there. Here are the 17mm hexes that I have. They all have the hex nuts on them already. They're screwed on here so I don't lose them. 17mm hexes. If you want the 17mm hexes, you will get my only 17mm tires. These are bow tie standards. On Velocity dish rims, you will get 4 of those with about 85% tread left on them. If you want those, I'm gonna have to jack up the price another $15. So it'll cost you $460 if you want the DX3S. Otherwise, if you don't want the DX3S, which I recommend you do want, it's a great radio system. Otherwise, I have to pull everything out of the truck, which would be just a pain in the butt. But yeah, so if you want those, I'm gonna have to add another $15 on there because those are great tires and they're barely used. And the 17mm hexes, I paid a lot for these. Otherwise, if you don't want the 17mm hexes, which I recommend you do get them, they're a lot better than any other hex. I do have these bow tie 30 series with about 60% tread left on them. They are 14mm, so your choice of tires there. So yeah, I'm gonna put the body back on here. I put it on backwards, but oh well. Here, why don't we get to the toolbox? Move the remote out of the way. But hang on a second. Alright, so here we have the toolbox. Great toolbox, actually. I'm actually going to stand up for this part. Great toolbox. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 compartments on the sides, and it's got 2 big drawers on it. So, yeah, just let me open this up real quick. Kind of opens up like a butterfly. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it really does. It opens up just like a butterfly. Move the truck out of the way there. And the remote and stuff. Okay. Alright. So like I said, opens up like a butterfly. Here is the parts compartment over here. In here we have the reverse assembly. If you do want to use a reverse, it's all in here. And here is the reverse components. You have the mini micro reverse servo and the pull for the reverse. You have a brand new set of the thick sway bars because I have the thin ones on there. So if you want to put those ones on, you can. Here's just some spacers and stuff for the A-arms and stuff. Here's an extra dust boot for the 3.3 pull carb. 14mm aluminum hexes in there, not in very good condition. Here's an extra 17mm hex. There's 2 of them in here. In here we just got some hinge pins or some tire pins and stuff. Anything to really do with shocks, little shocky clips and stuff. Just some screws and stuff in here. In here we have an extra boot for the drive shafts. The drill guide for the rocker arms for the sway bar kit. This is for the second servo if you want to run 2 servos, the skid plate for it. Here's a 2-to-1 servo ratio. If you want to plug in 2 servos, and it goes from 2 to 1, so you can plug it into your receiver. Here's an old servo. I don't think it works much anymore, but if you want it, I'll throw it in. And here's the servo arm for the second servo. And here's a failsafe, an off and a failsafe. Here's a wire. I know you solder, so if you want to solder on a servo wire, go right ahead and do that. You got some pins in there and a shim for the engine. I don't want to make this 2 parts, but I'm probably going to. So head on over to part 2 right now. So peace out, you guys. Head on over to part 2 Irish, and I'll